Miami, stand up. Mr. Turned Down for what is officially in the building. Yo, Ivory, show him how it's done.
I guess so. What's poppin'? I go by the name of DJ Ivory P, and in the building with me today, he goes by the name of Prince Hardaway, all the way from Edmonton, Canada, by way of Philly.
I'm about to go double like I order from Tim Hortons. These niggas be flexing fake jewels, nigga, that's ice cap. I don't wanna be like, yeah, yet I started a gap. I was boxing cause I'm God's gift, I started a rap. I'm like a mustard track, if I ever snap, those grains on a miller, that's why we pull up the Mac. I know hustle like Nipsey, about to do my victory lap. I'm breaking down doors like it's backboards like I'm Shaq. Penny never changed, penny just adapt. Make you run your pockets like it's tax. Can sugarcoat like M&M's, pushing through till I collapse. So fresh, so clean, yet I feel like an outcast. East threw me the ball like Brady, and I caught it like a running back. If they talk about Edmonton, tell them niggas who running that. They're trying to come at me, yet these niggas, they can't even rap. Boys be spending daddy money, telling everybody that they trap. Mom.
What was that last line?
These boys be spending daddy money, telling everybody that they trap.
These boys be spending daddy money, telling everybody that they trap.
Yeah.
Well, you be snapping now. I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
On your marks. That's the instrumental for what song? That beat. Is that something that you made?
Nah, bro. I just found that online on YouTube. And I was like, yo, I'm feeling the vibe, you know, like it's something that's around my BPM. It's something that I felt comfortable doing because I had a lot of people that were like, yo, you haven't released anything in a minute. So I didn't know people were like waiting like that for me to drop. So I was like, all right, cool. So it was like last minute. And I think I had about like a day or 2 days to just get everything together, to mix everything. That's why like it's not mixed so well, because I didn't have the time to go through everything, you know? So I kind of found on YouTube, I was like, yo, I just do this. And I was like, you know, like I got to snap on this. It's going to be worth a listen.
All right. So, I mean, I found a lot of your music on Tidal, like alone. So Tidal's dope for that.
Yeah.
Dope
yeah,
for that.
I mean, you know, like DistroKid comes in handy.
Yeah, it actually does. You reside in Edmonton, Canada.
Yes, sir.
What's it like up there, man? I ain't never been to Canada. I got to get there.
I got back to Canada actually like a few years ago. So I'm actually originally from Philly, and pretty much like it's on my dad's side, you know what I mean? So like my dad's always been like real close with all of his cousins and all that. So he, you know, like just being in Philly kind of felt like out of place for him, because like he wasn't around his cousins, the people he grew around with. So my dad was like, yo, like everybody that we know is in Canada, why don't we just go there? And then like, let's go to Montreal first. So we were in Montreal, and then moved to Kelowna for like a month, probably like 2 weeks. And then ended up going to Toronto, and then from Toronto ended up coming to Edmonton. So I'm a little kid, so I don't know anything, you know. So I was like, I don't really think I have a say so, you know what I mean? So been in Canada since then. After high school in 2015, I ended up going back to Philly. You know, just wanted to get closer to my cousins and see what it's all about. And these dudes is like real street dudes, you know what I mean? So I'm not really from that. So, you know, like I've been broke, you know, like I've seen that lifestyle and all that, but like I didn't know like how Philly was going to be, because I didn't know what to expect, you know what I mean? Like I was like a little kid, like while we moved. So like I had no recollection of what it was or what it is. So I went, and it was like, oh, this is like a totally different world. So went there, and then I came back to Edmonton back in 2016 or 17. But since then, you know, it's been good, you know, like it's a really good city, man. A lot of people say it's boring here. It's been kind of like an adjustment, because I've seen Toronto, and Toronto is so big. There's always something to do. So like while we came here, there was like not a lot to do. And like even now, there's more things now, and you kind of have to dig for them, and you know, and you kind of have to find them. But once you do find them, you know, like it's a lot of fun, you know, it's a lot of joy and all that. I went to a festival probably like a week or two ago, and the whole time I'm like, man, I gotta get back home. And so once we were finally home, it just felt so good. Yeah, you know, that's like the reason why we kind of came here, was because my pops just wanted to be around his family. So I was like, all right, cool. But overall, Edmonton's a good place, man.
That's dope. So what's the music scene like up there?
Music scene here, man. Like there's a lot of artists. Like there's a lot of dope artists that have a lot of talent. But I just feel like as Edmonton, we're not so focused on, you know what I mean? Like Toronto's really focused on, you know what I mean? And that's because they have Drake, they have the Weekend, Party Next Door, and all that. But when it comes to rest of the Canada, like I feel like rest of Canada is kind of in like that same space, you know what I mean? That we don't have somebody that can rep for us at that level. So people are kind of just like, yeah, whatever, you know, like you're from Edmonton, you're from Vancouver, you're from Surrey, you're from Calgary or whatever. So a lot of people kind of just brush us off because it's not like that popular kind of city, you know what I mean? If you kind of think about it, like Toronto has Raptors, they have a baseball team, you know, and they also have a hockey team as well. The only thing we have here is a hockey team, you know? So when you look at all that, Toronto's more like incorporated with the US, they're more in tune with them, you know, like they're more tapped in. Versus us, everything else is kind of like you got to grind like 3 times harder just to get like the same spotlight that some of the dudes have in Toronto. And that's not to say that like dudes in Toronto don't deserve any of it. It's just that a lot of the guys here deserve it too, you know? And I'm one of them, you know what I mean? So it's like a lot of people count us out and whatnot. But like as far as talent goes, man, this place is flooded with talent. Like hopefully, you know, like I can be that guy that puts everybody on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, how old were you when you transitioned from Philly to Canada?
Man, I probably must have been like 4, maybe 3. I'm born in '96. Mm-hmm. So we moved here in like 2001. So
most of your life, most of your adult life, you've been in Canada, Edmonton.
Yeah.
So like, as far as musical influences, who were some of the musical influences coming up in Edmonton?
Coming up, man. 50 Cent was the first rapper I ever heard. To be 100% honest with you, my cousin put me on. You know, he was like, you know, because my cousin's a lot older than us, so he was like more tapped in with like, you know, with all rap and everything. I'm just a young kid, you know, so whatever my mom and dad are playing, it's kind of what goes around. But I met my cousin for the first time, and he's like, "Yo, bro, have you ever heard of this guy named 50 Cent?" I'm like, I don't even know who that is, what that is. So he was just like, "Yo, it's this rapper, yada yada yada," and he showed me his music. I was like, "Oh, damn!" So I kind of look at that, and I was like, "Yeah."
What was the first record you heard from 50?
First record ever?
Yeah, first record ever that led you to hip hop.
I'm gonna say just a little bit.
Just a little.
It was either just a little bit, or it was either My Toy Soldier. It was probably one of those. But that's what put me on the hip hop. So as I did more of my digging, I fell in love with Nas's music, man. Nas is just one of those guys that's like looked at as like, man, like
legend.
It's like imagine your first album being like the holy Bible of rap. Like everybody looks to that to be like, yo, am I that good? Like, nah, bro, you ain't that good, but like you can maybe get close. But so Nas has always been a big influence for me. J. Cole, Dave East, and Nipsey Hussle, you know, and Drake.
I got the Nipsey off the bat, like listening to some of your music, man. Like I could tell, like you listen to a lot of Nipsey. You even mentioned Nipsey in one of the songs.
Yeah, no, like, bro, Nipsey is different, you know what I mean? Nipsey was one of those guys that, like, motivated you, you know? Like, everybody else talking about chains and this and that, but he's talking about, like, your property and, like, how to double your value and, like, you know, don't fall for, like record label owners, you know? Like, you got to do your own thing. So, like, I've been watching for a minute, and, like, Nipsey ended up becoming one of my favorites by, like, 2014. And, like, I knew every single song by heart. Just, like, the crazy thing about Nipsey is, man, like, a day before he passed away, something told me, like, yo, you just gotta bump Nipsey, man. So I'm coming back from work, man. I'm bumping Nipsey like full blast. I'm just like, you know, like I'm listening to Victory Lap. I'm listening to Slauson Boy. Like I'm listening to every single little thing that I can like get my hands on that's downloaded, you know. And so I'm just blasting it. And like next day he passes away, and that really shocked me because like that was one of the guys that I really wanted to meet and be like once I'm at a certain place, be like, bro, you did this for me. You know what I mean? Like you motivated me when I was like, you know, like. So just that conversation is not going to happen. So that kind of like broke me, but also like a man lost his life, you know what I mean? Trying to fix the whole community, you know what I mean? So that's what even hurt even more was like, yo, he didn't deserve to go out like that. After that, I really wanted to just pay him any type of tribute I can pay him. You know, like I'm always in the front for that.
Yeah, I actually missed out on the opportunity to meet him. I ain't go to work that day, you know.
Damn, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just one of those days, you know.
There's one thing about working for a radio station. It's like being in the studio. Like you want to be in the studio every day because music is made every day.
Yeah.
Like something spectacular happens every day. Every day there's an opportunity to be great.
Exactly.
But it's like a double-edged sword. Like when you work in the industry, at some point, you know, you try to have an actual life and still do it. So it's like I'm off. I'm not coming in. And they're like, yo, you missed the opportunity. It's like crazy.
Yeah,
Wish I was there.
it's just one of those things, bro. Not like
Yeah.
even for me. I remember when Younger May first came out. My plan was because at that time I like only made beats, and I had I think I had like over 200 beats just ready for her. I had a whole USB ready to go, and like the days kind of got confusing because like I knew some people that were gonna like work that venue, and they were like, "Yo, no, she's coming this day," and then somebody else is like, "No, but the poster says this day." So it was like a whole confusion. So I was like, I don't know when to go. At the end of it, like I had totally forgot about it, and I got invited out to Calgary to come take a look at a studio because they were like setting it up and everything. So I was like, all right, cool, like I'll go. I go, and like my homie's just like, "Yo, bro, where's you at?" I'm like, "Yo, bro, I'm in Calgary, bro. Like, why? What's going on?" He's like, "Bro, you missed out on Young May, bro. Like, she was coming out." He's like, "Bro, I gave her a hard drive and everything." I'm like, "Bro," I was like, "Man," but like I had beats for her, so I was like, "Okay, you know what? If she's not gonna rap over him, then I'll rap over him, whatever."
So
Yeah, no, like I definitely missed out on the chance.
was it in that moment that you decided, or you had already made the decision to start rapping up your own beats? Or was that one instance where you said, you know what, I need to just do it on my own?
I kind of knew that I wanted to do music by end of high school. Like I was in grade 11. The thing was like I used to play ball. I was pretty good at it, like I'm not gonna lie.
What sport?
It was basketball. Like that's like the sport that everybody kind of goes for. You know what I mean? So it was either gonna be basketball or it was either gonna be football. Like I'm 6'4", you know what I mean? And I'm pretty big, so like I could bench a whole bunch and whatnot. So by the time I was in grade 10, they're like, "Yo, there's not gonna be a senior football team." So I was like, "Man, what is this?" They're like, "Yo, you can go play for a different school." I'm like, "No, I don't want that. I'd rather rep for my own school. Why go for another school?" So I was like, "Yo, let me take towards basketball."
Mm-hmm.
So I took towards basketball, all that. So I ended up breaking my ankle, and the doctor was like, "Hey, do you play any sports?" I'm like, "Yeah, actually, I play basketball." And she was straightforward with me. She's like, "Yeah, you're like if you injure this foot again, like you're gonna be out for 6 months, and then your health is not gonna be there again, and all that." So as an athlete or even as a rapper, you know what I mean? Like once you do something that hurts you, it kind of lingers in the back of your head. Like imagine releasing an album that's a flop. That's what it's kind of like relatable to. And so you don't want to do that again where it flops again, right? So same goes for basketball. So it was just always in the back of my head. So I was like, "Yeah, no, I can't do this." And I kind of took towards music because it was just something that allowed me to be more expressive and allowed me to bring that same kind of intensity to like music. So I started making beats and all that, and then people were like, "Yo, this is dope," and like I would see people shake their head, like just like just like nodding their head and whatnot. I was like, "Okay, I'm dope." That right there, like me without like telling them, "Yo, bro, do you like this or not?" Like I would never do that. Like I would just play it and I'd be like, "Bro, what you think?" And they'd be nodding their head. They'd be like, "Yo, I actually really like this." Then I would play for strangers. I'd be like, "Yo, my homie just made this beat. Let me know what y'all think." Obviously, I would lie to them because I don't want them to be like, "Yo, this guy made it," so I got to nod my head, whatever. So people be like, "Yo, this is dope." Like, "Yo, tell your homie to keep going." Like, "Yo, this is nice." So kind of went from that to me trying to find rappers to like rap over my beat. And in high school, you only have a certain amount of reach. Like you only know people that are in high school. You don't know anybody that's out of high school. You don't. Like I know, like in US, it's a little bit different, but here it's just like that's as much of a reach that you have when you're in high school. Just people that go to high school. So all these high school kids were trying to rap and whatnot. I was like, nah. I'm like, man, none of them is spitting like how like Nas would go on this or like how like J. Cole would flow on this or like how Drake would flow on this. I was like, man, you know what? Let me do it. Started doing it. And then around like when I came back from Philly in 2016, 2017, that's when I knew like, yo, this is what I have to do. Cause like I was so dope at it that like people from like Philly were like dapping me up. They're like, "Yo, bro, you nice." Like, so I was like, damn, like for real, bro. Like y'all feel like that? I was like, all right, cool. So that's when I started taking it seriously. And it was last year, like in 2020, like the pandemic really gave me an opportunity to like really like lock in.
So with COVID and everything, you was able to sit down and really find what you're passionate in and to pursue that?
Yeah, because like it really allowed me to like kind of lock in and kind of just be like, yo, that's my sound, that's not my sound, that's my sound, that's not my sound, So I really had the chance to pinpoint like where we going with this, because like there's a lot of guys that can't do what Lil Uzi does, and they can kind of get close to what I don't know what somebody else can do.
Facts.
So I didn't want to be that guy that kind of forces it. I just wanted it to be natural. So now I'm growing up on Nas and 50 Cent, all these guys, lyrical rap just kind of came natural to me. But I was like, yo, I have to build that flow. So when I had to build that flow, I started looking at guys like Drake, you know, and like Lil Baby and like all these other guys. And I was like, okay, now I got to adapt that. And I got to be somewhere close to them. You know, I know I'm not going to be on the level like right away, but I got to, I have to work on that skill.
You got to shoot for the stars, man.
Sorry?
You got to shoot for the stars. You got to, if you believe it, you can achieve it.
Exactly.
I was looking at your bio, and you mentioned that you started making beats because of a family friend that was making beats, and it kind of got you into that. Are y'all still making beats together? Who's this family friend?
So my family friend, he was from Toronto, I think. And so this guy, he's just kind of like mimicking beats, actually, right? So I'm like, yo, dude, this guy's mimicking beats, and like I just thought it was so cool, like how he was doing it. You know, this is back on like FL. You know, FL just seems complicated, but it's really not. You know, it's really easy to make beats on there.
Yeah, I like Fruity Loops.
Yeah. Like Fruity Loops is probably one of the best beat making softwares out there. That's really easy to use. You know, and it's like if you're a newbie, that's probably the easiest one to use. So he's making beats and all that, and I was like, damn, I'm like, yeah, this is not bad. So I'm like, yo, I would have done this. I wouldn't have put that kick there. I would have actually slowed down the hi-hats right there. Oh, actually over there, I would have made it faster. So he said, okay, you know what? If you're so good, then why don't you do it? I'm like, all right, cool. So I started doing it, and I started figuring it out. And everybody was like, yo, yours is way better. All right, cool. Like maybe I have something with this. So that's when I really just started getting into it. And, you know, it was kind of just like a side kind of thing. You know, when I'm bored, I'll do it. But it wasn't until high school that I took it seriously because, my ankle's broken. I'm out for the summer. Like I can't go to practice. I can't do anything. So might as well do this again, you know? And so that's when I kind of just like working on it every day at night and whatnot. It just ended up being like a thing that I couldn't stay away from. Like even now I'll go work my 9 to 5 and I'll come back home, you know, and I'm just like, hey, yo, like what's popping in the studio? You know, like let me see, you know, like there was a sample that I haven't found yet that I can sample, or like, you know, like let me see what I can write to this beat or to that beat, you know? So just that passion hasn't gone away ever. You know, now it's more of like a habit now. Like just got to be in there, locked in.
And that's your newfound motivation.
Exactly.
Let's talk about 30 for 30.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take a little intermission from the interview portion. I want to get into some of these records because I definitely wanted to get the people familiar with your sound, you know?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's actually off the 2-4 project, right? You dropped that and Overrated at the same time?
Yeah, I dropped them at the same time. It was dropped on my birthday, and I wanted to drop 30 for 30 because it was just like 30 for 30 was more like a statement, like, yo, you're like, you know, like y'all keep counting me out, but look how dope I am. And then Overrated was a statement as well because like everybody was always like, man, like yo, you overrated, man, like you're not even that good. So Overrated was more about just like stating facts. You know?
Yeah, off of that 2-4 project, like Overrated is like my favorite of the two.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I actually I really appreciate that because that took me some time to write.
So right now, let's get into this 30 for 30.
Sure.
Right.
Me and my niggas be going for 30 for 30. Boy, I be taking my shot. Me and my niggas be going for 30 for 30. Boy, I be taking my shot. Me and my niggas be going for 30 for 30. Boy, I be taking my shots like I'm Curry. My niggas unruly, they're showing the mercy. The team is solid. The vision is 30. We came in the game, retired you early. My OG's in the Hall of Fame, retiring the jerseys. Me and my niggas be going for 30 for 30. Boy, I be taking my shots like I'm Curry. My niggas unruly, they're showing the mercy. The team is solid. The vision is 30. We came in the game, retired you early. My OG's in the Hall of Fame, retiring the jerseys. We legendary, we Hall of Fame. I'm Destiny's child. I dare one of you niggas to go out and say my name. Say my name, say my name. We chasing money, you chasing fame. The picture don't really fit the frame. One of the reasons they fucking lame. So please, nigga, get out the way. Bitches be calling me Jesus, shut up word, cause they know that he got game. Like I'm Tory, I be in them lanes. My shit light a flick like Lil Wayne. We smoke you out like Mary Jane. I bring the heat like Dwayne Wade. I bring the fire is what I'm saying. On a whole nother level is what I'm saying. So many cases on a nigga, got him sitting courtside like he's Spike Lee. If they're talking shit, then we slide through your hood and tie-dye on your white tee. Is you drunk or high? Bitch, I might be. We getting checks like we Nike. 3 stripes right on me, like I'm endorsed by Ivy. I got the sauce and I'm spicy. First rate, super pricey. I got the juice like I'm iced tea. They wanna be just like me, and them rappers taking me lightly. You bitch mates just might see a career end so tiny. I'm done asking niggas politely. Me and my niggas be going for 30 for 30. Boy, I be taking my shots like I'm Curry. My niggas unruly, they're showing the mercy. The team is solid, the vision is sturdy. We came in the game, retired you early. My OG's in the Hall of Fame, retiring the jerseys. Me and my niggas be going for 30 for 30. Boy, I be taking my shots like I'm Curry. My niggas unruly, they're showing the mercy. The team is solid, the vision is sturdy. We came in the game, retired you early. My OG's in the Hall of Fame, retiring the jerseys.
DJ Ivory.
All right, so we back. 30 for 30.
Yes.
Now you mentioned what you know about He Got Game, my guy.
Bro, that's one of my favorite
what you
movies.
know about He Got That's you a hooper for real, I see.
Yeah.
You definitely you know, trap hoop too.
Yeah.
Trap will be like my first pick off the bench. Who you rocking with? Let me get Trap. It's my first pick every time.
Trap. Nah, man. Yo, I be seeing Trap's IG, man, and man, like the boy be really hooping every single day. I'm like, damn, bro, I really miss those days, but I can't mess up my ankle one more time. You know what I mean? I let him be out.
I like football, man. I'm more into football.
Yeah.
Football is my sport. Basketball, not so much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm good on defense. Got handles. Well, I had handles, you know. 60 pounds ago. 70 pounds ago, goddamn. COVID numbers.
Yeah.
I had handles.
Yeah.
Still got them, though. I
man.
can still do a couple and one tricks, but I'm not all the way there yet.
Nah, it's all good, bro. I might make a trip down to Miami, bro. I'll definitely link you and Trap. You know, we'll go play some ball for sure.
Nah, we definitely, you know, I definitely would sit and watch y'all play ball.
Yeah.
You know, I probably come in every other series or something like that.
I bet. Nah, that's all good, bro. Like, as long as you
catch my breath on the side, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely more on the coaching side.
Yeah.
On the coaching side. Yeah. Just get the ball to Trap. All right. Get the ball.
For sure.
So, we got to get the ball to my shooters. All right.
That's it. That's game.
Take it down. When I come in, it's just to make that stance. You know, catch a nigga on the goaltend and some shit like that. On the charge.
Yeah. Trap gonna be dropping what, like 30 or 40 points on me?
You know, might hit a 3-piece.
Oh, damn.
You know, if we lucky.
Damn. That's a statement right there. That's a statement.
at the buzzer.
Exactly.
I come in for that one play just to get the glory and leave. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Just leave on a high note. Sure.
Yeah. Drop the mic.
Exactly. That's that moment, you know?
Hey, you talk a good game, my guy. Is that why you think you overrated? Why overrated? Talk to me about this record. One of my favorite records off of 2-4.
Thank you, bro. So like the reason why I call it that is because everybody used to call me that. Like, yo, he overrated, bro. Like, he trash. He like this and that, right? But like, here's the thing: in a world full of mumble rap, my music is for like OG old heads and like these like these new guys that are coming in that like really listen. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing: like, I could mumble rap, I could do all that, right? Like it seems easy, but it's actually not that easy. Like, nothing is. But when you really rap, it has a different type of clientele almost, you know what I mean? Like when you look at J. Cole and then you look at like Lil Baby or you look at like Lil Uzi or somebody, right? Actually, like I'm gonna take Lil Baby out of that because like Lil Baby's starting to like really rap and be like saying a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna take him out of that. But if you like,
oh yeah, Lil Baby's really putting effort into them lyrics.
Exactly. So that's exactly why I have to take him out of that. When you look at somebody like Lil Uzi and then you compare him to like J. Cole, right? Whose fan base do you think is more loyal? Definitely J. Cole. Because he's definitely relating to a lot of people. You know what I mean?
And his music transcends generations.
Exactly. Because like, yo, I could be like 50 or 60 and I can listen to like Love Yours, you know, and I can be like, damn, bro, I really got caught up in such and such. Okay, yo, bro, this song really brought me back to like what's really real. You know, let me appreciate people around me. Let me appreciate like the little things that I have, you know, and not look at like, yo, I got to get that new Benz or I got to get whatever, you know what I mean? Because like you said, there's always going to be a girl out there that's going to be better than yours. There's always going to be a whip out there that's newer than yours, faster than yours or whatever. But you can't look at all those things, you know? So again, it just goes back to like, people were like, yo, you overrated. But I really feel in my gut, like, bro, I'm just one of those guys that y'all are not going to get ever again because I be really speaking that. You know what I mean? And especially out of Canada, like I'm the last guy you can expect to come out of Canada. It's like, what? Like, he's from Canada? Like, yo, I would have thought he's from like New York or like LA or like Philly or somewhere. You know what I mean? Which I am from Philly, but I'm currently residing in Edmonton. So
I think you spent most of your time in Edmonton.
Exactly.
When you really is from Canada.
Exactly. So
who's gonna remember you from when you was 4 or 5? You know what I'm saying? Like in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, exactly. But like that's why I take so much pride in what I do. Right? It's because like I know people who are listening. Like there's a bunch of street dudes that be really listening. Like I have, because I only promote in like the U.S. Because like my type of music, right? A lot of people in the U.S. can be like, yo, nod to that, right? Like you might like it, you might not like it, or you might love it, or you might hate it. At the end of the day, like you're gonna give it a listen, and that decision is for you. But right? So like that's why I named it Overrated, was because a lot of people in the city right now, like there's a lot of rappers, right? And a lot of these rappers have a lot of friends, right? So when they hype up a guy that's like not me, or they hype up a guy that's somebody else, and then they hear me, a lot of the guys are like, nah, bro, man, like you're not it. But I'm like, bro, I be really dropping bars though, like it comes so easy to me, like, you know what I mean? Like I can make a song in like a day, and it'll be way more fire than his. But people were like, nah, bro, you overrated, bro, this and that and this. And especially those comments came after Dave East gave me a shout out, and like Dave East was like in my DMs like, yo, bro, like I really mess with your music. And I was like, what? Bro, I was like, yo, that's crazy, right? So I had posted it on my Instagram, but then I kind of archived it just because I was like,
shout out to Dave.
Exactly, man. Shout out to Dave East, man. He's a real one, and he was like, yo, I really mess with your music, bro. Like, yo, keep doing what you're doing and all that. And then he hit me up like a few days later, and he was like, yo, I have this mixtape coming out, and like, yo, like, what you think about being on it, right? Which was called East Side Tapes. I was like, yo, I'm down. I'm like, yo, let me know what I gotta do. Let me know what I gotta send over. He's like, I bet. So he listened to it, and he messaged me. He's like, yo, bro, like your song off the whole mixtape was probably one of my favorites. So take that in. Like, that's a huge compliment for somebody that's in the industry. That's the guy that I look up to, right? Like imagine like Nas telling J. Cole, like, bro, like you are the greatest, you know, which he probably has, but like I'm talking like in like earlier stages, you know what I mean? So like that's what it felt like to me, you know, like how Nas and Dave East start kind of like together, you know, like Nas is like big bro to Dave East.
Extra motivation to keep pushing.
Exactly. So that's when people are like, nah, bro, you overrated, bro. Like you ain't really that good. This and that and this. So I had to drop that song just to be like, all right, cool, man. Like y'all think I'm overrated. Let me just state some facts for y'all. Let me drop a little bars here and there, you know, and definitely go from there. So.
All right, so let's get into it. It's called Overrated. Off that 2-4 project.
Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I'ma keep pushing. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I've been on the push. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I've been on the push. Why would I stop, man? Yeah.
DJ Ivory.
Brand new music. It's my boy Prince Hardaway, all the way from Canada. It's called Overrated off that 2-4 project. Let's get into it. What the P stand for podcast. Prince Hardaway in the building.
DJ
Why would I stop, man?
Ivory.
I'ma keep pushing. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I've been on the push. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I've been on the push. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I've been on the push. I'm way too dedicated. And them niggas hate it. Even showed you how to win. Even demonstrated. Appreciate small wins. So we celebrate it. I got me a couple of brothers. And we not related. I remember when niggas told me, yo, Penny, you overrated. And now they wanna be in the circle. Nigga, we not acquainted. Now I'm underrated. Penny dropped on you cause we waited. I got me a fine pen. And I illustrated. Nigga, we cut different. Your car fabricated. Could have all the money in the world and still be motivated. Only way to win is if the team coordinated. They only gave us dreams. Now look what we created. This was a leap of faith. At least we self-made. Never played it safe. We expose fakes. All the steps that we take, you can't trace. It's a marathon, nigga. It's never been a race. Nigga, we motivate. We give them more to hate. So fuck what they gotta say. We chillin' somewhere and sippin' rosé. It's like the LA Clippers, nigga. They can catch a fade. Haven't been to the gym in a minute. That's why the bars have gotten more weight. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I'ma keep pushing. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I've been on the push. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I'ma keep pushing. Why would I stop, man? Yeah. I've been on the push.
Why would I stop, man?
Exactly.
Now, you brought up names of some of the Nipsey projects in there.
Yeah.
I caught that.
Yeah.
I caught that. Motivate, of course, Victory Lap. Like,
Exactly.
you really fuck with Nip,
Bro, like, Nipsey's that guy for me, you know what I mean? Like, that's the guy that, like, motivated me to, like, look at the rap game more as a business rather than, like, just rap. You know what I mean? Because, like, a lot of people talk about it, but there's so many people that don't approach that same way. You know, Jay-Z and Nipsey are probably, like, the only guys that, like, would stay game for you. You know, like, 444, which is Jay-Z's last album. Like, he's really preaching, like, bro, like, you know, like, bro, like, look at the business side. You know, like, when he's talking about that building that he never bought, he's like, man, like, that turned into this much, you know? And the same goes for Nipsey.
Right.
Like, Victory Lap, like, even like, throughout his whole career, like, even interviews, like, he's really putting on game. You know, hopefully I can do that for somebody else, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel about TikTok.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about TikTok, man.
Yeah, no, for sure.
App, what the fuck is this app? Everybody on this shit. Yeah, you should get on this shit. Nah, fuck that app, bro. Ain't that dancing shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Motherfuckers took off.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Damn, some artists brought their career back to life off of TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm still on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, still working on getting Instagram famous. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Shit makes some goddamn sense, man. 'Cause, you know, we smoke a lot of weed. You smoke?
Smoke? Nah, man.
Drink?
I stopped smoking. I actually cut that out.
Wow.
So the reason why I cut out smoking, bro.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
No
nah.
weed for us.
Nah, like, number one reason why I, like, stopped is because, like, I would just get lazy.
Oh.
Not even that, but I would get paranoid.
Right.
And, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, every single time, like, I would smoke, like, it feels like I pissed my pants or whatever, you know? So I would just keep checking and shit. I'm like, bro, okay, now I gotta cut it out, bro, because I can't be tripping like this. Like, imagine, like, I'm in Miami and, like, I'm with you and Trap, and, like, we all want to go to, like, a club or something, right? And let's just say that we all smoke before going or whatever. Bro, I don't want to be the guy that's tripping out and y'all having, like, the time of your lives. I'm the one tripping out, checking if I piss my pants or whatever. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, like, let me cut it out. Like, you know, like, I'll go get buzzed and whatever, you know, like, off the Henny or whatever. But, like, other than that, like, yo, I'm chilling. Like, I'm not smoking. Like, I might take 2 puffs and, like, that's it.
Nah, we definitely burned down the whole tree.
Yeah.
I actually been, like, because I do a day shift at Playhouse. It's a strip club here, gentleman's club. And I do a night shift in Palm Beach at Playhouse, too.
Oh.
2 clubs are connected. But I've been, like, there's some nights I go in there, I don't smoke at all.
Yeah.
I just catch a vibe off just coming there and just try to catch a vibe off the crowd. And, you know.
No, exactly.
And some days where it's just like, nah, I got to do it.
Yeah, no. For sure.
Need the time to pass by. You know?
Nah, man. Sometimes even I be thinking, like, yo, bro, for real, let me just smoke.
I noticed that, yeah. I mean, for me, you know, I kind of tend to talk less if I'm super buzzed. So it's finding that balance in between.
No, man, that's
I'm
good,
not
bro.
much of a talker anyway, but, you know, so we can, like, on something like, you know, a podcast or something like that, then, you know, let's talk about it. It's on record. But other than that, you know, I just be chilling.
Yeah.
You know, you in the video game? Wait, how old are you, brother?
I'm 24.
24.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'll be 35 next month.
Oh damn, bro! Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
And
man. God
happy
is
early
good.
birthday to you, bro. Sure.
Yeah, God is good. I'm telling you. So for me, like, I'm a big gamer. Got into Fortnite and shit like that. You don't fuck with games, so is you working?
I play COD more than anything, to be honest.
What system?
I have an Xbox actually because I won it at work. So I've been playing on that, and honestly, like, I'm a PlayStation dude, so, like, you know, like, through and through. But, like, now I'm so used to that controller now that if I have, like, the PS5 controller, I'm like, damn, bro, this feels so uncomfortable, like, because I'm just so used to just having an Xbox controller. But either way, like, you know, like, I'm pretty good, you know, like, I can drop a good, like, 40 kills. you know. But
Yeah, like for me, how Jay-Z spoke about that building that he should have bought. That's how I feel about all the systems that I had
mhm.
and that I tossed them after a while. I literally came across the first PlayStation
Oh,
that I had modded out.
yeah.
I tossed that shit. Like, imagine if I'd have kept that shit. I had the Dreamcast,
Oh,
Sega Saturn. I had a fucking Atari. All right. Had everything. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis,
yeah.
everything.
Okay, wait. So was that decision to throw it
We,
out like more impulsive, or were you like, did you think about it?
I don't know. It's like shit. When the next one came out, it's like gotta have it.
Oh, okay.
Then PlayStation, I kind of like veered off into when the Xbox came out. It blew my mind.
Yeah,
And I've been on Xbox ever since.
yeah,
I don't really full PlayStation, because it's not my thing. Controllers
yeah.
built different.
No, exactly. For sure.
Used to Xbox.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Controller built different. I think they changed the controller again with the 5. I ain't getting that shit.
Yeah, I mean, like the basic
Yeah.
setup is kind of the same. I think the controller now has like more grip or something, which is actually good. It's better, especially if you're playing like first-person games, like kind of like COD. You know,
Facts.
yeah, like, it kind of comes in more in
See,
handy.
I like how the industry and all the different aspects of it kind of works hand in hand, and how everything kind of wraps around together. Like Madden 22 just came out. You know how many artists submit their music to get it on these games because they realize that there's a bag there. That's part of that industry talk that you was mentioning earlier. That bag talk from
Yeah.
listening to people like Nipsey and Jay-Z.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, no, man.
it kind of wakes you up.
There's definitely opportunities everywhere, and like I feel like the way that like Nipsey works, because I was watching one interview of Nipsey. Nipsey's like, "Yo, I'm never comfortable until I planned out everything," and like I was like, unless I put it my 100%, for all my planning and for everything to go smoothly. So once it does happen, it runs that way. You know what I mean? And so I feel like definitely like there's a lot of people that be doing it, and that's good. But I also feel like there's a lot of them that don't plan it out. You know what I mean? Like there's like, okay, cool. Like I guess
Right.
we'll roll it out, and then it doesn't really fully work to that effect. Like you could grab a bag. Like I feel like Soldier Boy released the game too, right? Like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, I'm not getting the Soulja Boy game. I mean, I seen it. It looks like I'm not getting the Soulja Boy game, bro. I'm just keep it G with you.
That's all good, man.
I'm not.
The last
That's
thing I
like one
want
of them
for
things.
is
It's
Soldier
like
Boy in my DMs be like, "Yo, I was the
it's
first
like
rapper."
getting the. Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy into the gimmicks, bro.
Nah, bro, I don't
I'm
buy it either,
just.
bro. He's like, I'm the first rapper to rock seasons here. I'm like,
I'm not.
bro, you act like we care,
Yeah,
bro. Just go do what you gotta do, man.
nobody's
But it's funny to watch. Though.
like somebody was the first to do something.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
Right.
this man really think he's Jesus. Or he's the song, bro. Like, this man really think he's up in the wall or something. I'm like, man, whatever, man. Like, that's just who he is, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Like,
man.
like he's always been that guy.
I mean, I believe in supporting the black businesses.
Yeah.
I believe in supporting black
Sure.
businesses, black entrepreneurs. I'm all for
Mhm.
black leadership and all of the nine. But I guess I'll be the hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get the Soulja Boy game? I got an Xbox. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody on that network that you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Is it cross play? Can you play across all platforms?
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But like,
You know.
definitely, bro. Like Soldier Boy be
But, I
playing
mean,
PS4 or whatever too.
That and I ain't got the money for that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep it G. Just keep it G. All right.
Okay.
If Soulja Boy says he's the first rapper to have a system, he probably priced it high to where his fans will buy it and then they'll have it.
Yeah, but
'Cause
I
I
don't
ain't
really
got
feel like people be really rocking with him like that. Like I feel like people just watch him because it's funny to watch, and it's just entertaining.
What? Oh fuck it.
So like I don't really think someone's like, yo, Soldier Boy's the greatest rapper of all time. Nah, like, or like, yo, I fully support Soldier Boy and what he's doing. Like, no, like, but like I feel like he comes and he goes with these like new gimmicks. Like
The thing that I with Soulja, I feel like I admire his hustle.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like he know because he has been the first to do a lot of things. Like literally, get discovered online
Where,
and get signed. Yeah,
yeah,
you know, things of that nature. Like, you know what I'm saying, to make beats on Fruity Loops that turn out to be hits and stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah, not for sure.
fuck with
Like,
that. Fuck with the grind.
yeah, no, like, of course.
Um, yeah. So earlier you mentioned that it's a lot of artists that are coming up in your city
Mhm.
or up around you that, you know, lack the recognition
Mhm.
that artists in those bigger cities in Canada are getting.
Yeah.
Are you working with some of those artists currently on some upcoming projects? What you got? What you got coming down the pipeline, man? What you working on?
Right now I'm working on one EP right now, so it's going to be Unplugged Freestyle 1 and Unplugged Freestyle 2. I'm putting them in a pack and I'm going to release them in October. And then I have another.
Now, Unplugged Freestyle 3.
Yeah,
It's my shit too. It's my shit too.
yeah, that shit too. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
But it was just that, like, I ended up deleting 2 and 1, just because I felt like my catalog, like right now, my catalog is really good, you know. So like when you look at Built Different, you look at Unplugged Freestyle 3, you know, you're like, okay, these are like some dope songs. So these are my last 2 releases. So for the upcoming releases, I want to keep that same momentum, you know, because they really elevated who I am, and like I want to keep elevating. So I'm gonna redo Unplugged Freestyle 1 and 2, and then I have a song coming after I release those 2. It's gonna be called Okay Cool, and man, let me tell you, I had a show about 2 weeks ago, and it's raining outside, so a lot of people kind of just like left, and people were just like in these like tents or whatever, you know, and like the guy that was like the MC for the night that was kind of like bringing people on stage, he's like, hey guys, conscious over, thank you for coming out, all that. So Okay Cool is still not mixed. I'm still kind of working on it. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm still trying to figure out like the ad libs. I'm still trying to figure out like the lyrics, you know, for like the second verse, because I feel like it's not fully polished yet. So anyways, like I kind of did like a rough mix. I kind of just mastered it and then brought it on stage. And they're like, hey guys, sorry, we had this one guy left. His name's Prince, and yada yada yada. You know, he goes on and just says what he has to say. Built Different comes on, and there's a few people that are coming out, or whatever. You know, they're nodding their head, and people are like hyping it up. And then Child of the Ghetto, which I did a remix to Davies' song, which is called Child of the Ghetto. So that comes on. More people start coming out. And then I did Unplugged Freestyle 3. A lot of people came out. And then Okay Cool comes on. I see people dancing. I see like the DJ in the back. He's nodding his head, you know, and like people were just going off. People were like, yo, this song's dope. So one of the guys that was holding it down.
And that's coming out on the EP?
No, that's going to come out in October, but it's going to be released probably like a day or 2 after the EP.
Oh, so this is a private session. This is like a private listening session. Basically.
Yeah, like in like a way.
You're playing it for the first time with these.
Exactly. So I kind of wanted to just bring that
these
song.
ain't even dropped yet.
Yeah, no, like
they ain't even dropped yet.
no, it didn't drop. It's not even mixed. It's nothing. Like nothing's done to it. You know, like it still needs to get polished. So once it's polished, it'll be out. But the guy who does all my mixes right now, he's just really busy. He's piled with a whole bunch of work. But that song, I wanted to play that song because like my cousins went and they, you know, like they all went and they all got high and all that. And I was like, yo, man, like, what y'all think about the song? And they were like, yo, play it. So it was just the beat, and I'm like rapping it like live. And they're like, yo, bro, you dropped this, it's a hit. Like, trust us. Like, yo, like, this is the one. Like, if there was ever a song that was going to blow you up, this is the song. So I was like, for real? They're like, yo, like, for real, like, this is the song that's going to blow you up. So that's why I took it to that show that I had, which was my first show, by the way. And so, yeah, like, it was my first show, you know, and shout out to Trap and Pat, you know, like, for setting that up. But yeah, you know, and
yeah, that's when Trap went to Canada.
Oh no, like no. So Trap wasn't here in Canada, but Trap has a guy here in Canada named Pat, and they both kind of communicated. And
shout out to Pat.
And then you know, then even my manager was like, "Yo, can Prince be on the show?" And Pat was like, "Yeah, sure," you know. And so I kind of went, but nobody was expecting like me to go and tear up the stage. So I went, I performed all the songs, and then in the end, it's okay, cool. And I perform it. There's girls that are dancing. There's guys that are nodding their head. I'm like, okay, this is gonna work. Like, this is the song that's gonna blow me up, you know. So that's why I'm kind of taking my time with like releasing it as well, because I need to have a follow up for that, you know. Because I just can't go missing for 3 months and then like not have anything. I need to release something like 2 weeks later, right? Because you gotta be on it. So I played it, and then Pat comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, bro, that song, I need it." I'm like, "Bro, it's not mixed or nothing." He's like, "I don't care, I need it." I'm like, "Damn." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I still have to grab his email and send it to him, because I have mixed like a little bit of it, but again, it's not my like original like audio engineer that's doing everything. It's me. So but yeah, no, definitely, you know, like that's one song I'm really excited for, and Unplugged Freestyle 1,
so
it's gonna be fire too, because I'm done that one. That one's done. That one's fine.
So you got Unplugged Freestyle 1 and 2 coming out.
Yeah.
And
so like all of this, man, like I have that coming up. I don't know if you know who Elijah the Boy is.
Elijah the Boy?
Yeah.
I gotta look him up.
Yeah. So like he's pretty big in the Bronx, he's pretty big in New York. And we reached out to him, he's like, "Yo, dope, you know, like let's do a feature together." I'm like, "Damn," I'm down, you know. I'm like, let me find like the right beat and everything for you. So I still have that coming up. I'm definitely trying to get another feature from somebody, but they have to be on the same level as me. That's, you know, like lyrically and like on point with like the flow. Because I'm like I'm just planning to come and take my spot and to make my people in the city happy, and just make everybody that's around me, you know, come up with me and all that. So I'm like I've been on like a shred recently, you know what I mean? Just going like any opportunity that I get, like it's just like, yo, I'm gonna make the best of this opportunity. You know, like even performing like 2 weeks ago, you know, like this is my first show ever. Like I've never performed before. Like I've never been on stage and been like, yo, like I'm gonna rap this, I'm gonna rap that. Never. Like I've never stepped on any stage.
It's crazy.
None of that. So a lot of people are like, yo, bro, you're gonna be nervous, bro. You're gonna be this and that. So these are a lot of like local artists that are telling me, they're like, yo, bro, you're gonna be nervous, you know, but it's all good. You're gonna overcome.
How did it feel that first time up there?
Bro, it just felt like I was supposed to be up there. You know, bro, I wasn't nervous one bit, because I knew, like, okay, like here's the thing, like with me, I always know what I'm doing. You know, like I know it sounds cocky, but I'm not cocky about it. It's just I have my mind set on something, and I'm gonna do it. And I'm going to do it to the best that I possibly can. So that nervous feeling was never even there. And never even touched me once, you know? And then everyone was like, yo, bro, how did it feel? Like, yo, like I was like, bro, to be honest, I had this kind of feeling that like, yo, I'm supposed to be here. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, bro, my songs literally dragged people out of their tents. It's raining outside. People came out to see like, yo, who is this cat? Like, you know? And like the DJ the whole night did not shake his head, wasn't dancing the whole time. But as soon as I came on stage, he's dancing. He's nodding his head. He's like, yo, this guy's dope. And he told me, he's like, yo, bro, stay after the show. Like, yo, I gotta talk to you. You know? So just that within itself, and especially Pat too, you know, like big salute to Pat, man. Like Pat was like, bro, I was not expecting that. He's like, bro, I gotta get you on like a whole bunch of different shows. You know, and we're like, bro, I'm game for that. You know what I mean? So just that by itself is like, yo, I'm meant to do this, you know? Because like I wasn't expecting that. Like I was just expecting people to go, yo, what's up? You know, like, yo, bro, good job, you know. But nah, like I got off stage, and people were like coming to dap me up. People like, yo, you're dope, bro, and all this, and people like surrounding me. I'm like, damn, like, is this what it's gonna be like? Yo, this is dope, you know. So just that feeling of being on stage and feeling of like, yo, I'm supposed to be here, and just being certain and being solid about that, like. I was like, yo, this is it. You know, like this is my chance to prove to all these people that are here to like let them know who I am, and this is what I do, and I do it at the highest level. So,
all right. So, improving that, when it's all said and done, what imprint do you want to leave on the world? What do you feel you have to give to the world that sets you aside from everyone else?
What sets me aside, bro? I'm such a hustler, like ambition and everything, and I'll like show everybody that, you know, like people usually take it out like, yo, he's ignorant and all that, but no, I'm doing that So if there's a kid out there that's trying to be an artist, or is trying to paint, or is just trying to build a car, or is trying to like do whatever, bro. You know, like I want him to look at me and be like, yo, this guy's my motivation. Like, let's go. You know, like, yo, like he's in there, like he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, why can't I do it? So when it's all said and done,
Right.
I want to be like, and this is going to sound weird to you, or you might be like, yo, that's dope. But I'm going to say it like this. I don't care about the fame. I don't care about the money, right? What I care about is being somebody that's important in the game, right? Because when you're somebody that's very important to the game, you are famous. You have money.
Everything else comes easy.
Exactly. Like, bro, look at Nas. You know, he's rich. He's filthy rich. You know, and then you look at somebody like Jay-Z. He's wealthy. He's not rich. He's wealthy. You know what I mean? There's a huge difference in that. You know, but why do you think that is? Obviously, it's because he's like, you know, like he's invested his money all into like businesses and making moves and all that. But when you look at him from like a rap perspective, just rap alone, he's one of the guys that you just can't touch. Lyrically, flow-wise, any of that. You can't touch him. Right? Same goes for Drake. Same goes for Nipsey. Same goes for, man, like there's a lot of people I can name, like 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So, and like even Pop Smoke. You know what I mean? RIP to Pop Smoke, man. But like when you look at what he did in such a short amount of time, you're like, bro, if he was still breathing,
I think it's just an awakening.
Bro,
a point of awakening.
He came up, he shook the game up, bro. Like he came in with a totally different sound. Like it's one thing to come in with like a certain type of sound and like, you know, and you pop it, you know, but he came with something that was totally different. Cause like the chances of that blowing up, like if that was me in his position, I would have been like, yo, I don't know if this is gonna blow up. And why I say that is because the sound, like the UK drill sound, is so different from what you hear
of the
out
drill
of,
music.
like right now.
I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
That grime, like you got that grime sound as well. Like this song, I'm thinking like grime, like Stormzy, you know, like grime music, like because originally when I'm listening to it, not you know knowing who you are, where you from, I thought you was like from like London or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That was like some grime shit. You feel me? And the lingo that you're using in there, you know, sounds like you from overseas, up in London somewhere. Like I stay tapped in and I mean, I like that sound. Like, you know, even before pop came out with it, like I would listen to that sound. Just I like listening to new things in my own way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I like for things to naturally gravitate to my ear.
Like just that grime sound, bro. It's just one of those things, bro, like you don't get to hear that enough, you know? Like I think the last guy that really has that sound would be like Dave East, you know? So like when you say like grimy, like bro, that's what I grew up listening to, you know what I mean? Like when I grew up, but like once I had found out about rap, like that's what I started listening to. Like 50 Cent it wasn't really that grimy to be honest, but like Nas was like a little grimy, and like you could hear like Ice Cube is a big factor in that. Like I started listening to Ice Cube when I was around like probably like 12. Like I would listen to him every single day, NWA, and like just that was just what I would put on rotation. And I feel like I grabbed heavily from that, you know. And just being somebody who looks up to like a lot of New York artists, like that's what the sound is. You know, it's grimy, it's raw. Yo, you get what you get. Like you know, every single time I'm on a track, if I'm doing a feature, like you know, like yo, he's gonna come in with the bars. Yo, just get ready. Cause like I had a studio session with this dude like 2-3 days ago, and he was just like, yo, bro, I rewrote my verse like a few times just so I can get close enough to yours. And I was like, damn, I'm like, bro, like, thank you, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, try your hardest, you know, and you know, hopefully you can match it. But like that's the thing, you know, it's just I'm so confident in myself, and I know that lyrically I'm dope. Sometimes I'm not really saying bars that are crazy, but I'm stating facts and make you go, oh, okay. You know, like word. So just that grimy sound is what I'm really into. And that's what like, you know, and that's what I feel like a lot of people like, you know, like when you listen to like hip hop and you listen to rap, like it's just, if it's grimy, it just feels more like it's in tune with the essence of what rap really is and like all that. So for sure.
We just went over, you know, what mark you want to leave, what imprint you want to leave behind, your work ethic,
right?
Par none.
Oh my word.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Like
You know, you got some
My
projects
work
coming
ethic,
out.
it's
You're working on the EP.
yeah.
Want to know where they can find you on social media, because I want people to stay tuned in. After they listen to this interview, I want them to go and research you and listen to all your shit. You know, it starts with that social media. They gotta check in with you. So I know where they can find you on social media.
Sure. Y'all can find me on Instagram. That's really like the only thing I'm really on. I don't really have Twitter. Like I have it, but I barely use it. But Instagram is like the best way to tap in with me, to see my daily activities, to see exactly what I'm doing, how I'm moving, and what's coming out. So you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Prince Hardaway, and Hardaway in the end has 2 Y's. So just tap in with me, man. Like I'm really about to release some music that's really gonna have people shook, and I I feel like my time is coming, and I just want anybody that's listening right now, like, to just tap in with me, so y'all can be like, yo, I heard Prince Hardaway when he was like nothing, you know what I mean? Like when he had nothing, you know what I mean? So definitely stay up with me, you know, and just make sure that you follow me, you know, so you can see everything I'm doing and how I'm moving. Sure.
I can't leave, and I'm gonna put Unplugged in there. You know, that's one of my favorite joints. I gotta get you the intro, the latest single. Like, it's on Apple, it's on Tidal right now, it's on Spotify, it's on all streaming platforms. Let them know how you built different.
Like, I feel like a lot of rappers talk about being broke and all this, that, right? And I'm not going to take away from that, because everybody has their own experience. I came up when we were so broke that, like, we would have to eat ice cubes some nights, you know, just to fill up the stomach, you know, because the only thing the stomach needs is just something to chew on and go to sleep, right? So that's how I grew up. But growing up, my mind was always like, yo, I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be so rich, right? But here's the thing. I'm built different, bro. And the reason why I say that is because I'm planned 6 months ahead. Everything that I need to get done in 6 months is getting done right now. So when the 6 months come, everything is good. It's going, right? I'm booked for shows. I'm booked for interviews all the way up until January. I'm booked for all of that, right? We have a calendar. There's a certain way that I move, right? People, people move a little different. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, yo, bro, like, when that happens, we'll see. Nah, not with me. This is the way it's going to go. And if it doesn't go this way, that's fine. If like, let's just say if in 4 months this falls off, okay, this is how we're going to handle it. I have a backup for my backup. I know what I'm doing.
Because we built
you know what I mean?
different.
So when people say, yo, exactly. And the thing is this, like, I don't ever shy away from an opportunity. I would never do that. I don't care who you are or what you stand for. If you're going to go against me, best believe it's going to be a challenge. I don't care if it's Drake. I don't care who it is. I'm going to, bro, like, they're supporting somebody else, bro, I'm going to make sure when I'm done, you're going to be like, yo, it was a mistake going up against Prince, because Prince was going to bring it. So at the end of it, it's like, yo, don't doubt me, because I will prove you wrong, and I will prove myself right, because I have that confidence in me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm planning so many months ahead, and I've progressed my career from, like, the last 4 months. I'm at a totally different space. You know, I'm more focused now than ever. Like, there are some days where I don't go to work because, like, yo, this song needs to get finished. Because I feel like this song is going to put me on the map. It's going to do something for me. So that's why I'm built different, bro. My hustle is just different. I don't just talk about it, bro. I don't ever just talk. I go for it. Like, I'm like, yo, let's go. You know? What, like, yo, like, why you holding me back type shit? You know, like, let's go. You know? Period.
Yeah. That's how you introduce that shit.
I don't really like showing emotion.
That's how you introduce that shit. New music.
Exactly, bro.
And we built different on this side.
And I want to sell blues.
That boy Prince Hardaway resides all the way in Edmonton, Canada, on the check-in.
I really had me a dream of picket fences and grass green, but when you really come from the streets, poverty got you on the block like Kareem. Wu-Tang dog at the cream. This the shit they ain't never seen. If you ain't busy in your head in the clouds, my niggas gon' come put your head in the beam. They keep counting me out. They keep expressing the doubt. I keep on stacking on my wins, and niggas forgot how to count. I'm like a deadbeat father. The way I ain't kidding around. Tell me what's happening now. I'm hula hooping life. Only I've been coming around. You would think we was on a slim fast, we was breaking down pounds. You only trying to put me and my dogs down. That happens when the skin black and brown. I'ma pass it to all of my niggas. I'ma make sure it's a touchdown. Niggas ain't never gave me crumbs, and now them niggas see me getting bread. I'ma hustle for real, homie. It's just the way that I was bred. Niggas get a little bit of fame, niggas let it get it to their head. Better watch how you talk to us, cause we don't do that well with threats. Shorty know I'm a project, baby. She know I'm a star just like Mercedes. Betting on yourself when you dead broke. I know, homie, that sound crazy. My chances was slim, but I shine through. And yet these niggas still getting shady. No cap, my shit ain't been wavy. Prezi on the wrist with no first lady. I pass the ball like I'm Tom Brady. We made man, nobody made me. Trust me, I ain't never got no hands. My barber the only one who can fade me. I keep the push and I keep it steady. I love the hustle, I hate the lazy. DMX and my DMs giving me life advice, ain't life crazy. All pink on like Killer Cam. If they don't know who Prince is, then ask your bitch who the fuck I am. I ain't Kendrick, I don't give a damn. They be acting like bitches for real. They be really dying for the gram. You ain't never did shit for yourself, but you really did it for the gram. It's like I was with my mom's mother. Homie, I was really with the grams. Homie, I don't even know Drizzy, but I know this is God's plan. Every time I was like, damn, Daniel. When I see feds pull up the vans, all my niggas beating all of their cases like it was featuring Timberland. Done.
Done.
DJ Ivory.
Let's go.
Yeah. Nah, I fuck with that. Built different, bro. Once again, let them know where they can follow you on all platforms. I mean, well, they can follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely go follow my Spotify, especially if you have Spotify, because I'm always dropping more music on there. And it actually gets more updated because my last name was Penny Mills. So I changed it to Prince Hardaway because my real name is Prince, you know what I mean? So, like once I switch everything over, I have a lot of music that I won't have on Apple Music. On Spotify, so if you are on Spotify, follow me. It's Prince Hardaway. Follow there, man. Like I'm always updating people about my music and exactly what's going on. So definitely follow me there. Again, Instagram again, it's at Prince Hardaway with 2 Y's in the end.
Wow.
Show.
Wait. Why did you change your name from Penny Mills?
So I don't know if you noticed, but Penny and then my last name now is Hardaway. So Penny Hardaway, right? So the reason why I changed it from Penny Mills to Prince Hardaway is because when you hear Penny Mills, he sounds like a rapper. You know what I mean? Like that's all it is, right? Like like yo, bro, this dude's a rapper, right? Like the thing with me is that I'm very like, if you know me, then you know me. If you don't know me, then you don't know me, right? So that's what I wanted to represent with that name, but also Prince Hardaway. Like my first name is Prince, you know what I mean? So that's who I am, you know, and. I wanted to just switch it to that because when somebody, like, especially when you're up and coming, I feel like a lot of people don't want to give you a chance just because you sound like a rapper. Like, your name just sounds like, oh, shit. Like, yo, here comes another rapper. You know what I mean? That's what, that's what a lot of people think.
Right.
So when you hear Prince Hardaway, you don't know what I do, right? Like, you don't know if I do country, if I do R&B, if I'm into blues or into jazz, or if I rap, or like if I just freestyle or whatever. You know, so when somebody approaches you, yo, bro, have you heard this guy named Prince Hardaway? You're gonna be like, what? Nah, bro. Like, who is he? Bro, just listen to this. See how you gave it a chance, right? But when it's Penny Mills, you're like, oh, bro, like, I don't really want to listen to that.
Fact.
You know what I mean? So that was the thing. But also, like, I was thinking about, like, yo, when you win a Grammy, like when you win an award, right? Prince Hardaway has a much better sound to it than Penny Mills. You know? So I was like, I gotta go.
So you think about the future,
you know?
You was thinking about the future, foreshadowing the future, where you see yourself in.
Exactly,
in
because this is for a long run. Exactly. So it's for like the longer run. You know what I mean? So I have to think it through, and I feel like Penny Mills was the guy that was trying to figure out his sound. You know, because I didn't fully know it. Prince Hardaway is the guy that's certain, he's solid about what his sound is. He knows what he's doing. You know, and he's always 6 months to a year ahead. And has things going for himself, and that's the difference between Penny Mills and Prince Hardaway.
Shit. Well, I thank you, my brother. Thank you for taking the time to hop on the call and talk about you, man. Talk about your life and what you got going on, man. We definitely locked in, tuned in to your projects. I'm gonna be looking out for that Unplugged Freestyle 1 and 2 to drop again.
Yeah, for sure. Again, bro, like, thank you to you. You you know what I mean, for taking the time to interview me. You know what I mean? Like, this means a lot to me, you know what I mean? Because this is the first time, by the way, anybody listening out there, like, this is the first time that anybody from my city is ever going to be on such a big radio show. You know what I mean? Nobody from my city has done it. I'm the one doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You familiar with
So thank you for that, bro.
Nah, man, anytime, my guy. Like, I'm here. I got your number. We
like, for real, bro.
Definitely stay in contact.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Prince Hardaway, and you're listening to What the P Stands For podcast with my boy DJ Ivory P. Yo, Ivory, what the P stand for?